Microphone check. Hello and welcome to Luo English Dictionary channel. And this is a review of the 5 words a day. We shall be covering day number 10 through day number 19 or 20, depending on how far we go. And I'll wait until I get maybe 1 or 2 people before I start. And also I'll check whether I'm online, because sometimes you might think you're online, but you're not. So if you're joining me, please wave, please like the stream. Please just show that it's online so that we can move on. And first, I want to thank you so much for being there for this channel. We have experienced a very high number of likes, views, and things like that. So Andy, Vincent, thank you so much. Andy likes the stream, so it means we're live on Facebook. Thank you. Anyone on YouTube, please let me know if you're live and if the volume is okay. We're going to look at 5 words a day, 1 word at a time. Remember, this is a review. If you want to get the main videos, there is a playlist on YouTube, and the playlist has everything. It has all the 5 words a day on YouTube. So we're starting from day number 11 all the way to day number 19 or 20, depending on where we'll reach. So day number 11 says, achego. Achego. Achego is a hard and stony ground, like the one shown in the picture. So that is achego. Achego. Then the next one is achera. Achera. First of all, achera comes from the word, like a secret person is called, like an investigating person who is a secret says is called cachero. That is the word it comes from. So, otim gino achera. Otim gino achera manade. So that would be one of the questions. Otim gino achera manade. How is it being done in a very dishonest or secretive way? Achiak. Achiak. Achiak is the groin area. The groin area is called achiak. Achich. And some people pronounce it as achwich. Achwich. So achwich, it will be the right-handed or the right side, depending on whether it's an adjective. So someone who is right-handed, you'd say en rachwich. And move to the right side, you'd say sudgikor achich. Sudgikor achich. En racham, he is right-handed. No, he is left-handed now. Acham is left-handed. Okay. Then achiel, most people who start learning Luo know this. They say achiel to mean 1. Achiel means 1. And I move to day number 12. And please remember, you can always ask your questions. You can type your questions on the comment section. I'll be able to see the questions and respond to them. So on day number 12, what did we talk about? We talked about achiel achiel. Achiel achiel is sporadic. Achiel achiel is sporadic. Or if you say okwanyo wach achiel achiel, kagima en wendo. Okwanyo wach achiel achiel, Kagima en wendo. His conversation is so sporadic, it seems to be new, or it seems to be he's learning the language. You know, when you're learning the language and you're just sporadically talking about the words, then you'd say okwanyo wach achiel achiel. So that's a repeat of achiel. Achiel is one, but achiel is one by one or sporadically. Achien is an adverb and it means afterwards or last, least. Achien. Jaduong' gweng' ne owuoyo achien. Jaduong' gweng' ne owuoyo achien. So the elder or the village elder talked at the last person. Achien. Achieth is a species of red sweet potato. Sorry. It's also a species of sorghum and a plant with bad odor used to enhance a dog's smell and in herbal medicine or potions. Now, chieth is poop or feces. So a chieth is something that imitates chieth. A chieth. Okay. Ochiko. Ochiko is 9. Ochiko. Ochiko. Mar ochiko. The 9th one. Mar ochiko. The 9th one. Achilili. Achilili is a blackbird similar to a quail. Achilili. This is not the bird. I just gave a picture of something that looks like the bird. Achilili. And also there is a species of grass called achilili. There's a species of grass called achilili. And then I move to day number 13. And what do we have in day number 13? We have a chip. A chip is a garment made from lambskin and worn as an apron. A chip. A chip. Achia. Achia is dampness. So achia occurs. You see, when it's been raining for one week continuously, and then suddenly there's a place where there's a dampness that is getting you, like there's a stream forming from the back of your house or some place in your compound or your yard. That is what we call achia. That thing that is coming off, the dampness that is coming off like a stream that starts to emerge. That's what we call achia. Okay. So rainy season, April, May, when there's so much rain, usually you see that there's a lot of dampness and a lot of stream like I would say they're streams. They start coming off from the back of your house, from where there is so much water. That is what we call achia. Then there's also achia, which is a disease, caused by the dampness of a spring or the wasting. It's a wasting disease for the cattle. Okay. Wasting disease. When the cattle just become wasted, then you would say that they are called achia. They have achia. Achola, that's a feminine. Ochola, which is masculine. Those are proper nouns, and their names given to first child conceived by an inherited wife after the husband's death. Okay. So if you see someone called Achola or Achola, maybe they or their father or their grandfather had that name, so then it was transferred to them. But it's a name given to the first child conceived after an inherited wife. Of course, you only inherited when your husband is dead. But I think we no longer inherit. Maybe if someone knows about this, you can put on the chat box. And it comes from the word chola, which we shall talk about later. Maybe in the next 2 months, we'll talk about chola when we are on letter C. Okay. Achola. Achola. That's an adjective, or cholo. Cholo. So the act of pushing during childbirth is called cholo. And the person who aids you in childbirth is called jacholo or jachol. Jacholo or jachol. That's someone who aids you in childbirth. So achola, or the act of pushing during childbirth, is called cholo. 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 And I move on to day number 14. Day number 14. As usual, I encourage any questions. If you have questions, please ask on day number 14. Achune. Chuno means to force. Comes from the word chuno, which means force to do something. Ne oyueyo laro gi achune. So if one is forced to sweep, then you say oyueyo kod achune. Oyueyo kod achune. Ne oyueyo laro kod achune. He was forced to sweep the yard. Number day 2 is achunga. Achunga. Achunga is placed upward. Like you see the potatoes I have there. If you place potatoes like that, you place them achunga, or you have propped them up so that they don't lie on the side. So that's when you say aketogi achunga. I have put them, propped them up so that they are supported upwards. Okay. Achunga. Achur. Achur is pneumonia. Pneumonia caused by, on the animals. It's called achur. Achur. Achuta. Achuta. Achuta is raw. Or when you eat raw meat, achuta. Achamo ringo, achuta. Or a good example would be for the birds. You know, when the birds are eating the raw meat that they find in the, like when it's been killed by a car or something like that, then the birds start eating it. You would say they are eating raw meat. So you could talk about the bird, maybe otenga chamoringo achuta. So the eagle or the hawk is eating raw meat. Chamo ringo achuta. Achuth. Achuth is a vulture. Achuth is a vulture. That's a picture of a vulture. Achuth. In a sentence, you can say, achudegi owuok kanye. Achudegi owuok kanye. So where are these vultures coming from? Achudegi owuok kanye. Achudegi owuok kanye. Thank you for those who are sending us the messages on Twitter. Remember, we're also on Twitter as Lua English Dictionary. Thank you so much for liking the stream and for sending the messages. I'll be reading some in a moment. And also, if you're on Facebook and you can hear us, please just send us a hi, a message of hi. Day 15. What did we cover in day 15? The 5 words we covered are achwecha or achera. Achwecha is when you skim the surface. For example, when a stone is thrown above the water and it bounces off like cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, that is the achwecha we are talking about, okay? That word is achwecha. Achwecha. Sometimes you say achera. Achera. Achwecha and achera. Thank you so much. Those who are sending us WhatsApp messages too. Achwecha and achera. Number 2. Adanga. Adanga. Adanga is a small species of fleas which adheres to fresh hide and are cut off. So dango is cutting off. Huh? So adanga is a particular flea species. Adanga. Adasa. Adasa is stripping of milk, like from a cow's udder. When you're stripping the milk, the remaining, the final few, how do you call it? The final few, what's the word? The word is, the word I'm looking for is the final few drops. If you're just now stripping the final few drops, then you're saying adaso. Okay? Daso. Daso is like ensuring that whatever few little that is left, you are bringing it in. So that is what daso means. And that is what adasa contains. Adawa. Adawa is exhausted. There are two adawas. There's very tired or triumphantly. So depending on the context, then you can say adawa. Adawa. And the last one for that day is adega or adegedege. Adegedege is something that is swampy or saturated with water, like the picture shows. It's swampy and saturated with water. You could say enkama adega or enkama adegedege. Okay? Odak kama adega. Let me put that in there. Let me put that guy. You can just say odak. Odak kama adegedege. Okay. So Adega, Odak kama adegedege, he lives in a very swampy place. Then we look at day number 16. So for day number 16, what do we have? We have a few things on day number 16, and the first one is adek. Adek means 3. Mar adek means the third one. Mar adek. Nyithindo adek means 3 children. Everything you can just put adek or mar adek. Mar adek means third. And sa adek. Sa adek means 9 o'clock. Remember we talked about time last week, and we said for time 3 is 9, or you add 6 to it. Nyithindo adek means 3 children. Adele. Adele. Adele is a small black fish related to the mudfish. Plural is adende. Adende. Ahero chamo Adele. Ahero chamo Adele. I like eating the Adele fish. So that's a picture of an Adele. I hope it's clearer. Adele is a small black fish. It looks like the mudfish. Adela. Adela is a hide used as a blanket by the old women. Odwa umore kod Adela. Let me put a sentence there. Odwa umore kod Adela. So Odwa umore kod Adela. She wants to cover herself using Adela itself, okay? That is one of the Adela. I put a blanket, cat with a blanket, but that's not Adela. That is just a normal duvet or something like that. Ademba. Ademba is carefully. Ademba. Olose Ademba or Odembe. Olose Ademba. He is constructing it carefully, or he has constructed it carefully. Olose Ademba. Okay. Ademba carefully. One moment. So we move on. The next one is called Adagaria. Adagaria or Andaguria, depending on where you come from. Adagaria is very common. You can hear it, Adagaria. It's blindworm. The reason it's called blindworm is it has very small eyes on top of its head. So it's usually considered to be blind, but I don't think it's blind though. But some people say rarangri. Rarangri. So blindworm can be Adagaria, Andaguria, or rarangri, depending on which side of the Luo you come from. There it is. That's a picture of the blindworm. That's how it looked like. Maybe you've seen it somewhere before. Good. And then we move on to day number 18. Day number 18. And day number 18 is, we start with Adinga. Adinga. Now, Adinga is, let me give the context. You see, when you, for example, now that we have this disease that has stopped the world, when you want to cover yourself so that you inhale the fumes from a boiled traditional medicine, so that covering part, like if you cover yourself so tightly so that all the fumes get into your nose, that is where now the adinga is used. Okay, Oumore adinga. That means that he has covered himself like with using 3 or 4 blankets, so that when the fumes come from the traditional medicine, it gets into your lung. I don't know if it works. I did a lot of that, especially when I was a young boy. We were being covered with the blanket, so that if you had a cold, then that is the way that we would remove the cold. So they would, I think there's something they do. I'm not very good at medicine things. Also, adinga is beer that has been strained. Okay, so beer that has been strained is called adinga, or the act of straining the beer, like especially the beer they call bosa. So the bosa itself, if they strain it, then you say gidingo kongo. Okay, kongo moding. Kongo moding is beer that has been strained. Then we move on to adok. Adok is 1 round when coiling a rope. You see the ropes that, not really a rope. You see these things they use for putting on the head before they carry a pot. So if you roll it once in your hand like that, that's what they are saying about the thing, adok. So when you round it once, you say adok achiel, then adagaria, then adok, then adok. So that is what you call adok. Okay, but you can also look at the rope if when coiling a rope, because a rope is giving you more of context to it. Adula is soccer. Soccer played in Europe and African countries. 11 people each side. They try to score. I think there are names for the soccer players. I'll have to look for that. I hope we have names for the soccer players. Atugo adula. I'm playing soccer. Or an jatuk adula. I'm a soccer player. Okay. And jatuk adula. He is a soccer player. And any questions, please put in the comment section. Aduola. Aduola. Aduola is to pull out by the roots. It can be used by when you're pulling out weeds. So aduola. Aduola is to pull out by the roots. So for in an example, you can say opudo ombasa aduola. Opudo ombasa aduola. Like in that picture, you can see that man is pudoring ombasa with the roots. That is, he's pudoring aduola. Okay. And we move on to day number 18. 2 more days. In day number 18, what did we learn about? We learned about aduongo or aduongo. Aduongo or aduongo. That's a swamp of bees. Aduongo mar kich or aduongo mar kich aduongo. That's a swarm of bees. And that looks a dangerous swarm. If you touch it, you're gone. Adi. Adi is an adverb asking how many. Adi. Ami gi adi, not ami ni adi. Ami gi adi. Ami gi adi. How many can I give you? Ami gi adi. Okay? Ami gi adi. How many can I give you? Idwaro adi. How many do you want? Idwaro adi. Okelo adi. How many did he bring? Then we have adiel. And adiel is a bird, secretary bird. And this is adiel, the secretary bird. This is a picture of adiel. Winyo ma iluongo ni adiel. Winyo ma iluongo ni adiel. So that's adiel right there. Adier. Adier. In kod adier. You can see the young dog is asking, Adier, are you certain with what you're saying, you know? In kod adier, are you certain? Are you sure? In kod adier, adier. Truthfulness. Adiera. Adiera is truthfully or truly or certainly. Kare ne iwacho adiera. Oh, you say the truth. Kare ne iwacho adiera. So that's an adverb. It talks about being truthful or being certain. Adiera. Then we move on to the last day, which is day number 19. So I want us to stop at day number 19. So that next time we start from day number 20 all the way to day number 30. Remember, you can always join us. You can, there's a live stream every Sunday. Oh, well, not every Sunday. Sometimes we have live stream on Sundays. But also you have a playlist on YouTube. There's a playlist on YouTube with all the 5 words a day. They are arranged from day 1. And now I think we're on day number 56 or 57. So let's move on to day number 19. What did we talk about? Adika. Adika is resoundingly or selectively. Nyathino wuotho adika. So in this case, adika has been used to represent carefully. You see, when you're walking and you don't want to fall down, maybe you're a young child and you're walking, you don't want to fall down, you can say nyathino wuotho adika. They are ensuring that the left leg is on the ground before they lift the right leg. Adila. Adila is milk from a newly calved cow. It's very nutritious, so they say. You can say in a sentence, agombo chak mar Adila. Agombo chak mar Adila. So I really long for Adila as a milk. Agombo chak mar Adila. So Adila is a milk itself for a newly calved cow. Adita. Adita. Adita is a small round basket, or if there are many, you would say aditni. Aditni. So in a sentence, you can say Magi gin aditni mag kano leuni. Magi gin aditni mag kano leuni. So these are round baskets for keeping clothes. And then we look about Adoka or Adoko. Adoko. Adoko is hemp, sometimes known as nyasore. Adoko. Illegal in most parts. Adoko is hemp, and it's known as nyasore. So if you hear someone talk about Adwadi Omo Adoko, please run away because they will put you in trouble. So run away. And the last one today is Adoka or Adoko, which means it's a kind of starch made from the dried and soaked sweet potato and water. It's called Adoka. It's a kind of starch made from the from soaked sweet potato mixed with water. So that brings us to the end. We've taken about 30 minutes, so that's enough time. Let's stop here. This is the end of the review of day number 11 all through to day number 19. If you want to see all the other videos, like I said before, please, you will go into YouTube. We have on YouTube, we have a, we have a playlist. So just go to YouTube and look for Luo English Dictionary. Then we have a playlist that will help you out. Let me just see. Let me see. I can see ourselves on YouTube. So in a moment, I'll just pull my screen here. So you can see this is our YouTube here. If you go to videos, there's a playlist here. If you click on the playlist, then now you can go to this one here. Learn 5 words a day. If you view the full playlist, now see, we have day 1. It's all arranged very nicely. Day 1 through to day Now we are on day 56. So you can actually go through all day 1 through day 56, including the live streams. I put the live streams of the days. Like I think last week we did a live stream that is reviewing the work that we did. Yeah, here it is. So you see the review of the 5 words a day. This is a live stream, a review of day 1 through day 10. And also it has some comments and people's reactions and all kind of stuff. So I think this will help you out if you're a new learner, and it will help you to build your vocabulary as soon as you can. Now the other thing I want to talk about, like I talk about every day, is that now we want you to be a member. If this is helping you in any way, please consider joining. There are 3 ways of joining us. If you click on join, there is the bronze. Bronze is $1.99. That's about 200 shillings, Kenya shillings in a month. Like you give us 200 shillings in a month. That's not a lot of money. So if you want to, you can join as a bronze member, or you can join as a silver. Silver is $4.99. That is about 500 shillings in a month. And it's a recurring payment, but you can cancel anytime. So you can cancel anytime. They say creator may update the perks, but I'm not going to update. I'm not going to change the prices. Then there is a gold member. If you want to be a gold member, it is $9.99 a month. That is about 1,000 Kenya shillings. So if you want to, you can join, and if you want to give 1,000 Kenya shillings a month, that would be appreciated. Now, the thing about the money is that we're not using the money to eat it yet, because we still want to buy better equipment for editing, the software for editing. We are still using the free versions of the software for editing that limits what we can put in the screen, how the content can be presented, things like that. Now, these softwares, they have monthly payments, and I don't have the capability of paying all that money. So if we can get, like, if 10 of us can come together and pay just $1.99 per month, then that would be enough money to pay for the software every month. So that way we could edit our videos better, include more things on the video, things like that. Buy a better lens for the camera. The cameras that we're using are the ones that I started using like 10 years ago. If we want to, we could upgrade it, but we cannot upgrade because we still do not have the resources. So that's why we are looking for membership to help us build the channel so that it helps everybody out there. So if you are considering being a member, please be my guest, and we shall look forward to seeing you. The last thing we want to talk about is that if you have any ideas, if you have any video ideas, please send us send us an email. Just click on our view email address here. When you go to the about section of our page, click on view email address, and then you'll be able to see our email address, and you can send us the ideas. And that will really, really, really help us take this thing to the next level. Good. Otherwise, thank you so much, and it was been nice having you here. And I'll see you on Sunday next week, God willing. Oriti. Kwaheri.